Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today or for watching in the replay. And I want to first introduce myself in case somebody doesn't know who I am. I'm Eileen Smith. Today is November the 21st, 2025. We are on the precipice of BFCM. And I know everybody knows what that stands for. So today I want to talk about some news. I want to go over some of the things that we've been talking about. And in particular, I should have made this a PDF, but it doesn't matter. I'll just share my Google Docs screen. Y'all used to me doing that anyway. I want to go over some Logie things to make sure you guys are maximizing and optimizing everything that we are doing with Logie. So, I just a quick refresher for those who missed it before. If you don't meet that 2-week requirement after you get a Logie product, you're going to get a reminder. So what you would do is and if you hadn't paid attention to the reminders before, or if you're not sure, and you can also check your spam folder, okay? You're going to look for Logie Reminders. That's the subject line, Logie Reminders. And that email is coming from Anne at logie.email. See, I have it highlighted here on the screenshot. Now, this was a screenshot, and because it doesn't matter what the product was that I got, your product would be there in the center where I have that white box, and it says your match product, but it says your name, a friendly reminder about your content. Let's make sure we're all up to date. And then it goes on into hope you're having a great experience with the product sample you've received. And as you scroll down, it's going to also give you some suggestions in case you were stuck with the content or what to say or how to create your video. Then it's also going to give you some examples along with some hashtags. Now, of course, you can't use all those hashtags, but if you're going to do the photo, as we always recommend to do the photo like right away, if you can do a photo, or if you're doing the video right away. If you have enough space there in your subject line, add that hashtag, but you would probably have plenty of space if you're doing the photo to add the hashtag or two, depending upon what you say about the item. Okay, is everybody on board with that? And hang on, I see there's a couple of comments that came in, and I know the chat was flying by last session. It was hard to keep up. Sandy, I wanted to explore more of your idea list and have some questions, but I post my questions to you in Logie. Should I post my question? Oh, it's for Andrew. I'm sorry, that's specifically for Andrew. You can post in my group if you want. And Andrew says, by the way, Ehud, I haven't got that replacement product yet that Amazon said they sent, so I'll be reaching out to them again to inquire about it, just so you're aware. Okay, thanks. So here's the subject line, Logie Reminders. And I wanted you to check your spam folders as well as just check your email in general. See if you've got any of those reminders sitting there. If anyone does, I would just love to know from you, yes or no. You've got a reminder, and if you're seeing what I just said, the hashtags along with suggestions about what you should create in your videos, just let me know. Are we seeing the right thing on the screen? Uh, Nick, you should be seeing my screen. I took a screenshot of what that email looks like. So this is what you're seeing. After you search for Logie Reminders, you open up one of those reminders, this is what it's going to look like. Okay. Only difference is in the middle where it says your match product, there's actually going to be a picture of the product. I just covered mine up because not because I'm trying to hide anything, but just because I don't know what your product is. And that's why I'm just saying right there will be your matched product. Okay. But this is, and you see it says missing content up at the top. It says missing content. You're welcome, Nick. Anytime, anytime. Yeah. And this is why I'm going through this because some of you may know, like, oh, Eileen, I already know that. And others might be like, I never saw that email before. Wait, let me check. So that's what I want you to do right now. Check. Iljama says she never gotten a Logie reminder. Okay. Have you always met the 2 week requirement? This you only will get the reminder after the 2 weeks, and it might not be 2 weeks in a day. It might be 3 weeks. It just all depends upon what was going on at Logie, the workload and all that when that email went out to you. I don't know how auto generated it is. And that's why I want you all to check your spam folders, please. I definitely had some matched products, not this last round, but probably in October. I had some Logie matched emails in my spam folder. Okay. So I know that they can go in there sometimes. And I don't know why. Of course, because I open every Logie email. I don't know why. Just decided we're going to put it in spam. But I'm also on my dashboard. Oh, every day. Yeah, every day I'm on my dashboard. And I saw it on my dashboard. So I didn't miss out. And Andrew said he never gotten a reminder. I do my content same day as receipt and upload it same day or phone. Yeah, if you do it right away, you'll never see this. Absolutely. Sometimes my life, things happen and it just didn't work the way I wanted it to work. That's why I got that one. But baby, believe me, after I did the content, I have sold a few of those things already. This particular one that I took the screenshot from. So yes. And I know that a lot of people are getting matches right now. And that's another reason why I want to go over this. Okay. And I want to make sure that everybody is aware that you could get one of these emails. And it's a reminder. It tells you it's a friendly reminder. Like you're not going to be in Amazon jail, but you don't want to reduce the possibility of you getting future Logie matches because that's what could happen if you're not making the content. All right. Okay, makes sense. I usually create my content with a couple days of receiving a product. Okay, good. This is why well, at least y'all know this is what happens to folks that don't do it right away. Bad, Eileen, bad. Sorry. Okay. So the next thing I want to make sure that we all saw, an email went out to make sure that we see the article that is on the Logie website. Let me make sure I open up the right thing. Nope, I'm in the wrong folder, so that's not going to work. And this is about our Logie affiliate program, okay? Super important that we all understand what's at stake here. And by being at stake, I mean the money that you could be making here, okay? Super important. And this was something that is in this email that is something that we discussed last week, but didn't have clarity on it. But this blog post clears it up. And hang on, let me get the link for the blog post too, in case somebody wants to follow along. Because I think I finally figured out how to type into the chat while I'm screen sharing. Okay, so here's a blog post. I do got to make it bigger because now I got a bunch of windows open. And so just the opening part just talks about how everybody's been chomping at the bit to about these affiliate campaigns and the dashboard. And with the launch of the new affiliate dashboard, creators now have a way to earn recurring commissions simply by inviting brands. In future, other creators on the platform. Okay. What is the program? Everybody knows the answer to this, right? Well, I'm going to read it anyway, or some of it anyway. It's a system that lets you earn money whenever someone joins Logie using your unique invitation link. Unlike normal affiliate links that pay you once, Logie pays you repeatedly based on the ongoing activity of the people you referred, including brand managers and in future creators. You bring them in, they become active every time they grow and you earn. Okay. Love, love, love the graphic on this. Give a star to the person who made this little graphic because this is so, so helpful. They click on your unique link, they sign up, and then you earn recurring commissions. And then this is like a little screenshot of what your dashboard would look like if you had money coming in. So John Smith had 47 clicks. I mean, you had 47 clicks and then 9 signups from John Smith. And this is how much commission you made. Okay. Whew. Any questions? Any questions so far? Any questions? Like, what are you talking about, Eileen? All the way up to suppose such and such. Or like, just let me have it. Okay, so we talked, and I had asked, personally, I had asked Ehud, would they have add a column for the brand? And here is what we're not going to see. First, let me talk about what the dashboard actually shows. The name, the email, their sign-up email, the status, whether they've created a member account, the estimated commission, a placeholder value until final numbers sync. I'll say that again because I think I actually missed that when I read this earlier or yesterday. A placeholder value until final numbers sync. And it says estimated commission. You will not see the brand they belong to, even if they create a brand account and manage multiple brands. And there's the explanation why. This person works for Google, creates a Google brand account. If he signs up using your link, you'll see that person, but you do not know that he belongs to Apple or that he manages Apple products. So that part is not going to be on the dashboard. Privacy and data protection. Affiliates refer people, not companies. Some people manage multiple brands. So it's their privacy that is being protected. Okay. And so there's a little bit more details and it talks about understanding the commission column. Another amazing, amazing graphic. It just seems so simple. And it does. It simplifies everything. Copy your link, share it with creators and brands, watch your dashboard update, and earn recurring revenue. Okay, so this is important. This is groundbreaking. Nobody else is doing this. All right, and there's a little bit more details in the article, but I think you all get the point. You need to read the article. You need to start inviting brands. This is innovative, guys. If y'all know somebody else who's doing this, let me know who they are. Type in the chat. Oh, ain't nobody typing in chat. Nobody is doing this except Logie. Okay, so it's a golden opportunity for those of you who work with brands. Simple as that. And so if there is any more questions, please let me know. So far, I don't see any, so I'm going to move on to the next bit of news. And this comes as a question that I saw over and Fluencer Fruit. I'm not sure how many of you are using Fluencer Fruit. I love it, but I'm learning something new about it all the time. And I think for those of us who have these international storefronts or are considering the international storefronts, it's beautiful. And for those that don't know, Fluencer Fruit is a Chrome extension that provides a lot of research, product research, and help you manage your storefronts. Okay. For example, the question came up. I want to download, or I wish there was a way I could download everything that I have in my US storefront to make sure that I have the corresponding items on my UK storefront. Actually, our friend Zoe asked this question. I don't think she'll mind that I mention her. Shout out to Zoe. And it was yes, 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 you can do that because Fluencer Fruit works with US, UK, and Canada. And I think eventually it's going to work with all the geos. It might also work with Australia. All you have to do is go to your storefront. So you may want to do this for yourself. Go to your storefront. If you have Fluencer Fruit, click on the banana, and it's going to give you a way to download not only all the items on your storefront, but all the titles, all the placements, whether you're in the upper or the lower or both. If you have dead ASINs, if you have out of stock items, you're going to be able to see it all there from this report on Fluencer Fruit. Next, creator connections. You'll see there's a right next to where it says video placement, there's connections. Then you'll also see creator connections that are on your storefront. Okay, so is anyone using Fluencer Fruit? Am I the only one that's excited about that? Because I thought that was a great tip. No? No Fluencer Fruit users here? Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you about this next one anyway, because I already have it all prepped. And this is something I don't know if any of the other tools are doing this yet. I'm going to take the blame for this. Y'all remember when I told y'all about Active and the appliance wipes and how great their Creator Connections campaign was? Yeah, I overdid it. No, I'm just kidding. It's not my fault. I'm just taking a blame. So this is something Influencer Fruit where you go to a given product page. At the top, it gives you a banana score. I don't really use the banana scores, but they may be helpful to someone else. Right next to it, if you see that little megaphone, that means it has a Creator Connections campaign. And, we've been able to see in some of the other tools how many videos are in the carousel, the upper, the lower. But this also tells you the total number of influencer of, good luck on trying to get on the carousels on this active campaign. Make sure you guys can see this and even that it can be seen in the replay. Yeah, there's 240 influencer videos. Yeah, that's why I've been in the carousel in the morning and in the evening. I'm going 240. But wait, there's more. You can actually click on that 240. Now, I'm not suggesting this. I don't want anybody going down the rabbit hole. But you could, if you wanted to, see each and every one of those videos, even the ones that's not in the carousel. You're going to see the creator, which you would be able to click on and go to their storefront if you, for some reason, wanted to look and see what else they have on the storefront. And you would be able to watch their videos. And for each and every one of those 240 or whatever number there is, videos. So now, why is that helpful? How is that helpful? Okay, Andrew says, I only use Oink. Shop with Nick says, not using Fluence or Fruit. David says, I only pay for one, Oink, but the others do have good features, VV and FF. I just haven't justified buying into the others yet. Okay. Michelle said, I still make money with active, but it is completely hit or miss, depending on when my videos rotate in and out. Most of the videos are TikTok repurposes. Cool. So they're in TikTok shop, Michelle? I don't think I realized that. I need, because I uploaded my video to TikTok, but I don't think I tagged the product in TikTok shop. Thanks for mentioning that. Okay, so here's why that's important. Of course, that example that I just gave with 240, it's not worth going into. It's just nice to say, oh, that's why I'm not on a carousel. Or in Michelle's case, she says, not sure, think so. It sure looks like TikTok style videos. Yeah. Um, but when let's say there's 5 videos, or let's say 3 to 4 videos in upper carousel, or any more than 6. I take that back. Any more than 6, because right now, of course, Amazon changes this stuff all the time. There's usually no more than 6 in the upper, and I don't know, maybe 10 in the lower. So let's say there's 15. You go to a product, you're researching this product, you're thinking about doing it, and you look at the 15 and you say, okay, well, I know these are already on the carousel, but these other ones that are not being placed, yeah, I can see why. It's dark, it's grainy, they're not really showing the product, whatever the case may be. It just depends upon how much time and capacity you have when you're doing your product research, what it is that your goal that you're looking for on that product. Iljama said, I got Fluencer Fruit literally right before Oink came out. Then I got Oink when he launched. I use it way more than FF, and it gives me pretty much what I need to make progress. So I'm not sure I'll renew my FF when this subscription is over. Okay, all right. That's good. That's a good feedback to know. Okay, because I don't have anything else to say about Fluencer Fruit. But yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to see my placement, and I know that I was checking it with IPX, and IPX is going away, allegedly, but it's wrong. It's inaccurate most of the time. So there's that. And you can't complain because he already said, I'm not doing any development, any further developing on this thing. So it's just like, I saw someone post in the group and said, I'm finally free. He finally was able to cancel his IPX, and I felt bad for that person. But I just like the free version. I was never thinking about buying a higher tier, but anyway. So this next thing I want to talk about was this question that Michael Thacker, I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to put a link to the page in here again. And this has to do with ideas list because this is a key part of your storefront. And for me, it has been a way that I've been able to build out that storefront and have more ASINs available so that they're visible. If I want to promote them offsite, I can, but I just like the idea of also being able to track the ideas, the products that I'm finding that I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to buy this. I don't know. Like, how else am I going to keep track of it? So I created an ideas list. I don't put everything on Bendable. And even sometimes when I find things on Amazon, I use my little sorcery, and I'll show you all that in a minute, and see if it's available on Walmart. Because for some reason, my Walmart posts on Bendable do better than my Amazon posts. But I do know my Amazon posts work because anytime I see offsite commissions, I know it came from Bendable. That's the only place I promote them. All right. So, other than YouTube, but for some reason, YouTube is a slow burn for me, but I'm still hanging in there. All right. So, this is about how to create ideas lists. So, this is coming straight from Creator University, and they give a couple of examples. And, they don't really go into the ideas list, but they're just telling you how to create them from your storefront, select create content, then idea lists, add Amazon products by looking at your recent orders, what you've been browsing, or search for specific products on Amazon. Add a caption to your ideas list and drag and drop products to arrange them in your desired order. Publish instantly. Save as a draft. And I don't see them having any kind of review process or anything like that for ideas lists. Or same way with photos. They do literally publish instantly. So then they give you a couple of tips of, why to use them and then how to promote them. So I think, Michael, if you haven't explored ideas lists, I definitely recommend you can create ideas lists of the things that you've bought. You also can treat it like a wish list. Like, if you had a bunch of stuff that you want to buy, you can't afford it, or it's just something that, is not going to fit with your lifestyle, but you really like it. All different reasons to put things into ideas lists. Okay, Michael says, I have them, but never thought to expand past those items that I have very direct knowledge of. Absolutely. That's why it's a wish. It's the things you wish. I think of it like that, or the things that you just have an idea. I have an idea this would be a good product. Don't necessarily know. And for me, well, for those that don't know, that if you have Oink, that is one of the things that Oink will do for you on the pro version is put things into ideas lists for you. Some people, even though the restriction by Amazon has been taken away that you must post a content link and all that stuff. You don't have to, but some people still get nervous. And so Rob built into Oink a way that will automatically generate an ideas list for you. Accept the campaign, generate an ideas list. And I think the maximum number is like 500 items in one ideas list. Andrew, does that sound right? And Shop with Nick says, I have Christmas lists on Benable. Yeah, and of course on LTK. Same thing, Nick. Steven said it's 500. Thank you, Steven. And then what'll happen with Oink is it'll create another list and add those others in there that are over the 500. Okay, so thank you, Stephen. Okay. So in the past, oh, Andrew said 400 max is what mine allows me to do. Okay, 500, 400. That's still a lot. I don't go for the automated ideas list, but then again, I don't have that much content, like compared to Stephen or Andrew and some of the other top creators and folks that are super duper active and doing it full time. So, one of the things I mentioned was how I was using the YouTube, what's it called? YouTube Shopping affiliate creator app to find some products on Amazon to see if they were available at other vendors. Now, that helps me because I am also a Walmart partner, but now with LTK, it opens up with a whole bunch of other brands and then also with Benable. So I think a lot of you all have Benable lists. So that might be a place for us to do an example. And by the way, did anybody hear about who won the Benable contest? Because there was a contest that I entered, and I certainly haven't seen them say who won the contest. Did anybody? Did I miss it, y'all? Let a sister know. Okay, so crossbody bags for your fall travels. That's one of the ones. Well, this is the one that I entered into the contest. So let's see. I know none of those things were on Amazon. Let's see if I could find something that I think is on Amazon. Okay, so here's something that's on Amazon. This is a very popular item for folks who are traveling because it's a transparent crossbody bag that lets you go through the airport really quickly. Or when you're going to concerts and things like that, right? So I want to know if this is, you know what, let me go in here and turn off influencer fruit. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna turn off IPX and influencer fruit. Make it a little bit easier. See, sorry. Because all those load up at the top of the page, which can be annoying when you're doing other things. So here's this item. Now, what I would, in the past, I would just use this little YouTube shopping extension. And I'm sure Walmart has something similar. Yeah, they do. But what I want to show you is something even better because for some reason that YouTube extension favors Walmart. But I think this is also a cool thing, and that's Google Lens, right? I don't know if anyone's ever used this as part of your workflow, but I'll use Google Lens. And all I had to do was like, draw a box around it. And I'm not going to go into AI mode or all exact matches. I'm just going to go to products. And I can scroll down right here. I see Walmart. Sometimes Walmart's out of stock, but this one looks like it may be okay. Oh, nope, it's out of stock. Sorry, I didn't mean to stop the screen share. Um, hang on. But you can scroll down and see the different, even, oh, this can also help you if you have an Amazon product. I should have said just first. If you have an Amazon product that has a dead ASIN, the listing's gone and all that good stuff, you use this Google Lens, it's going to show you if there's another product on Amazon that matches it. And you might say, well, I'll just use the Amazon app. You could do that as well. You can, but for me, I'm on my desktop. So I don't know where to find the Amazon Lens thing on desktop. Maybe it's just me, but especially when you're on Amazon. So anyway, it just gives you an idea. Of course, everything's always on Temu. I don't mess with Temu, but some of you guys may, especially if you're doing LTK, because they're popular over there. So just to give you an idea of this is a way that you can take a little bit of advantage of using AI to maybe help you recover some of that lost revenue from dead ASINs. I know, in fact, there was a couple of products where that I had like 5 or 6 products from this particular brand, and they are gone. I mean, I just, in fact, Amazon Basics is what I had to wind up replacing it with. And I was wondering if they were going to flag it because I retagged it with Amazon Basics. And I thought, well, they'll flag it, right? Because, the little logo was on in my video, but not, of course, on the Amazon Basics one. But they didn't flag it. They put it right up. And I was like, yes, they want to sell the Amazon Basics. And this particular product sold a lot for me, but it's gone now. That I think that whole they either shut down and either just left Amazon or they're regrouping because I can't find it under a different brand name either. And that's why I guess Amazon said, no, we can make this. You are rocking your bendable list. Wow, I see so many hearts on your list. Oh, I like the clutch purse you showed. Oh, thank you, Sandy. And Yojama says she didn't know, hear who won. No, they didn't. I don't remember what the deadline was for the contest, and I just didn't feel like going back through my emails. I figured I would ask you guys, but if I didn't hear and you guys didn't hear either, then I'm going to assume they didn't. They're getting caught up in the holidays and this whole TikTok thing. They're trying to um, build out their TikTok following, or not following, but get people on TikTok over on Bendable. So they got a TikTok challenge going. And I know everybody's not part of it, but it can be nerve-wracking, but it is nice to get a little couple extra bucks. And Michelle said, that's a great hack. Thank you, Michelle. Somewhat related question. What is consensus on verbally saying the brand name in videos in the case of smaller, less known brands? I I don't know if it matters with a smaller brand. This is just my opinion. Everybody else, please chime in. We got the top creators in here like David, Andrew, Michelle. What do y'all think? To me, nobody's searching for those smaller brands. Like, how is it to your advantage to mention the brand? Who cares? Except the brand. The brand may care, but if nobody's searching for it, or very little people are searching for it, I think the item is what people are searching for. And you could ask Rufus. You could ask Rufus, speaking of AI, right? Let's say, let me look and see if this, I don't know if this particular brand, we're on the same thing we were talking about, right? I don't know if this brand is a big, small, or whatever. I don't know. But I could ask Rufus, is BS Vogue a popular brand that people are searching for? Rufus is thinking. Do, 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 do. Appears to be gaining recognition as a popular choice for clear stadium bags. Here's what indicates their growing popularity. So I still think the jury's not out on that. Just in case you're, unless you're doing a whole series on stadium bags. It didn't say that they were a popular brand. It didn't actually answer my question. But, there's other AI tools you can ask as well. I just thought that Rufus would have insider information. But yeah, you could check. But, let's see what David says. No, I'm sorry. Oh, let me back up. Oh, I missed a couple. Sandy, I missed the hack about the lens thing to search for the same Amazon product if there is no longer an ASIN. Anyone can tell me how to get that on my desktop browser. Okay, Sandy, you just need Google Chrome. And if you don't see Google Lens there, you have to turn it on. Let's see. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. And that is a key point because, I am on Chrome all the time. Chrome has always been my browser. So there's a thing on the left-hand side, I'm sorry, on the right-hand side that's called Tools. And of course, it opened up off the screen. But I'm sorry, under More Tools. If you don't have it, oh no, I'm sorry. It's right there. Search with Google Lens. So it should be at the top of your browser. Okay? It should be right at the top of your browser. Search with Google Lens. So let's just scroll down here and pick up another thingy. I should do a completely different. Amazon should show me something completely different at the bottom of the page, like what I've been lately looking at. Okay, let's do some Crocs. All right, so this is a Crocs unisex adult classic. I'm sure I put that on an idea list somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I didn't because it says frequently returned item. Yeah, I try not to put those on. But let's just do that again. So now I clicked on the Google Lens. Now I have to draw a box around it. You see that, Sandy? Are you following along, Sandy? So we're not going to do AI mode or all. You guys can explore those things if you want, but me, I want to go right to products. Products, right? So now I can scroll down. I can see it's the same price even at DSW. eBay has them, 60 bucks. That's something called Depop. Of course, we don't, you ignore those ones that Macquarie. I hear a lot of people talk about Macquarie, but I don't mess with that. Super shoes, and you would have to just click through and see if, this is something that you're interested in. This one tells you right away that it's out of stock and in Unison apparel. Well, that was just an example. It's not one that I would care about. Crocs. My grandson loves Crocs though. Okay. So now I just click on the Google Lens again to get rid of it. And there was an X, but it's hiding behind Zoom right now, so I can't see it. All right. So hopefully that helped, Sandy. Michelle, I never mentioned a brand name because I know I'm probably going to have to retag it down the line. Yeah. Wait, hang on one second. Yeah, and actually, when I went back and looked at that video that I was talking about, that I tag Amazon Basics, I literally show the box and mention the brand. This was when I first started, y'all. I showed the box and mentioned the brand name, but they let me go with the tag. So, hey, and it's like a $15 item. I don't think they reviewed it really. David, I sometimes does or do. And if they ask, otherwise I try. Okay, now if they ask, so you're talking about doing a brand collaboration. That's different, right? Otherwise I try and be more generic. So when they get discontinued, I can tag a different seller of the same thing. Yeah. So you got to future proof. So now what I could have done, like I said, is a $15 item. I could go back, edit that video, and take out where I showed it coming out of the box. I could do that. And definitely mute when I said the name and then re-upload it. But it was just, it's not that serious. It was just like, let me see if they let me get away with tagging this. And they did. And so I'm happy. And that's not going to always be the case, though, right? So that's why going forward, I will probably, unless it's a super popular brand, like right now, Samsung is doing all kinds of promotions all over all the places. LTK, oh, no, not LTK, I'm sorry, YouTube, somewhere else, Walmart probably. And so, yeah, I'm going to say Samsung, but BV Vogue example that I showed earlier, nah, it's not helping. So I do show the box sometimes if it's pretty. It may have a name on it. Yeah. And that's okay too. I usually mention brand name with content just so it's easier for SEO. Yeah, but that's why I say, Andrew, what if the brand isn't being searched for? Michelle said, fair enough. I do try to add brand names and SEO titles, though. They are easy to change as needed. Absolutely. You can put it in the title and change it. And especially for our photos, because we're all going to be doing photos, right? You never did photo before, but you're going to do photos, right? It's so simple changing those, and you have so many more characters. Like if there was, I shouldn't say if there was only one thing, but one thing that I wish that Amazon would change that I think is really silly. 60 character limit is the, huh? Like, why? That too much information for y'all to digest? Like, why is that a thing? So, all right. So Andrew said on desktop, right corner is where it says images. Okay, Andrew, you gave up the Google Lens. Got it. Thank you. And Shop at Nick says she loves Crocs. My little Joseph loves his Crocs too. Okay, Michelle, it's not off topic. We're here to talk about let me see what your question is first. But anyone using OinkFX automations, I would definitely try to crank down fetch times this week. I think it was David who says he pulls them every 15 minutes. That's what I set them to. It is definitely pulling new CC ASINs every 15 minutes for me this week. Yeah, those campaigns are coming so fast and furious. And actually, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about Fluencer Fruit anymore, but I just have to say that you can download a sheet of all the creator connections, not only the active ones, but the ones that didn't even launch yet. I mean, the ones that don't launch until 2026. And I mean, the ones that don't launch until 2027. When I saw it, I was like, what? I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, you can download all those. And to me, I don't know what to do with data like that, but I know there are some data nerds out there that would appreciate it. Nicole says, it seems like, Nicole, did you want to unmute today? I haven't heard from you recently.
Hi,
Hey,
yes.
hi, dear.
Yeah, I was just kind of referencing back to my first question about just like saying, verbally in the video a brand name because it seems like the lesser known ones, like you're saying, like Samsung, obviously, anything big you'd reference it, and they usually have their branding all over their product somewhere. But a lot of times it seems like the lower end things that I've done starting off, earlier on, like they'll go out of stock or whatever, but you can find the exact same thing, from the manufacturer or whatever. It's just another brand has taken it under. I don't know how all that works, but that's what all I was saying there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that,
Yeah.
because yeah, it's something for us to think about. And honestly, I never thought about that in the beginning when I first,
Mhm.
and that's why I got stuck with this one video. And the video is also performing well on YouTube as well. And that's why it even came to my attention. It's one of my top watch shorts. And I'm like, I forgot I even made that video because I don't sell anything. And lo and behold, that's why.
Mm.
Because it was untagged and I wasn't even paying any attention. And and I may have tried before and couldn't find anything. But and it's funny because like I said, I tagged the Amazon Basics version. Sure enough, the next email I got from Amazon, oh, we found something you might like. Two other versions of that same product. And I was like, y'all drive me crazy now. I'll stick with the Amazon Basics one. But yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't said the brand name, but in that case, it didn't hurt me so far. It's not like I started selling them because this just happened this morning or yesterday. And I haven't sold any again yet, but it was a good seller. But I don't think anybody cared that I said the brand name or like that brand. If I said the brand right now, you probably always say, I don't know who they are, So it's just like it's a waste of SEO things that you can be using that will be searched for in terms of SEO. Okay. Andrew says I always do brand names on Logie products. Okay, great. And I just put Crocs in my shopping list for this weekend. They are on sale. Yippee. All right, Michael. Yay. Oh, speaking of that, we all got that text earlier about the deer foams. And I typed into the chat that it says, sorry, this ASIN is unavailable. That's because I did it on my phone. So if you saw me say that, ignore that. Go over to CC and search for deer, DEAR, not DEER, which is what I thought it was, but it's DEAR. Search. That one is fully claimed. Yeah, the 50% one is fully claimed. But there's one for 20, and I believe the other one's for 30. So still go over there and search. But it's a kind of in my head, I'm thinking, see, I knew I never wanted to get those texts. That's the last thing I thought they were going to text about a creator connections campaign because you're on your phone. It's not easy to, and that's what happened when I opened it. I was logged into the wrong, I was logged into my own site. So the first thing I had to do was change that, log into my off. It opened in the app. It was a deep link, but I was logged in on the wrong side. So then I had to change that. Now, meanwhile, remember, thousands and thousands of people got that text. Like, we were all in a meeting, but if I would have maybe reacted right away, I could have got in it before it got fully claimed. Not that it matters because I probably won't buy deer foam slippers. I could put it on an ideas list for sure. 60 characters, Michael, is the character limit for your title for your videos. Your shoppable videos are 60 characters. Okay? Shoppable videos are 60 characters. And Iljama, you said, say what now? But I don't know what you're referring to. Sorry. Andrew answered already. Thank you, Andrew. Photos actually have 250. And I counted because photos, here's the thing. Photos don't cut you off. Okay? Like when you're trying to submit a video, if you go beyond 60 characters, you cannot hit submit. It won't just like truncate it for you. No. But photos, you could be going on and on, hashtag Amazon finds, hashtag Amazon home, you do all these hashtags, it'll cut you off and you never know it unless you go back and look and be like, oh, it got cut off. So I literally put it in one of my texts. I don't know, I used AI. I said, how many characters is this? And I found 250, which to me is reasonable. It's enough for you to say something nice, something important, and add a couple of hashtags. You know, depends upon how many things you have in the video. Okay. Um, Andrew, just seen post, Sandy. Will reply to it soon. Okay. And did you say dear? Yes, but it's DEAR, dear foams. I don't do anything on my phone for Amazon. Oh, okay. I think I got the 50%. Oh, good for you, Nick. Yeah, because like I said, we were in the meeting, so I didn't jump on it right away, not thinking that it was going to be fully claimed that fast. But Nick, first mover advantage. You go, girl. Now, are you going to buy some? Or are you just going to put it on an ideas list and cross your fingers? I copy links and text to an email and save as draft so I can open it on desktop. Very cool, Andrew. I had no idea that I was on my own site. Like I can't remember the last time I was on my Amazon app on my phone. So I don't remember why was I on my own site, by the way? I don't even know. I use notes in my Mac the same way. Yeah, yeah. If it was somebody that I'm, like not sure or something I'm not really sure about, but because we were in that meeting, I just clicked on it. And anyway, it's no big deal because like I said, I'm probably not buying deer phones anyway. Sorry, but how do you auto fetch with Oink? It's super simple. Auto fetch. Okay. Let me see if I can walk you through it. I can't screen share, but let me see if I can quickly walk you through it. So of course you go to Creator Connections. You're on your Creator Connections page, right? And you've already went to your storefront IDs or your order history. Okay, so in other words, you already have an ASIN list inside of Oink, either from today's orders or a storefront or your order history. Okay, you got that, Antoine? Wait, let me back up. Okay, Michelle uses Tiny Task. That's how she got so many and it auto run it for you. Any directions? Okay, so I'm giving you the directions. Antoine, are you following along? And you go to you first you would do a fetch, a fresh fetch of either your order history or your storefront IDs. I always include my ideas list. There's a little checkbox, includes idea list, includes shoppable picks. I always include those. But at the very top of your oink, there is a box that says automatically accept new campaigns with highest commission rates and available campaigns which are better than the campaigns you have already. You have to check that box off.
Hmm. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know that part. I'm talking about somebody mentioned that it's automatically fetching like periodically throughout the day.
Oh, that's what she's
Yeah,
talking about, the
yeah,
tiny tasks.
yeah. Is that the only way to do that?
Oh, I don't use tiny tasks, but Michelle's getting the instructions.
Oh,
Thanks,
okay,
Michelle.
great.
What is tiny tasks? It's like a little script. You know, that's how Oink was before it became a Chrome extension. It was a script that we all had to, and I never did it because I don't feel like running scripts. But yep, there you go. So Michelle's gonna hook you up. And Michael said, "Oh, I have a question for those posting on socials and such places. Do you use your logo on your images?" I don't, but I know people do. They watermark their images or videos and so forth. I just feel like the people that really want to steal my content are probably going to either crop it out, figure out there's programs now that even remove
Yeah,
like too much work for me.
it's a lot of work.
But but that don't let that discourage you. If you already have like a little watermark or some kind of a little, they call it a bug, which would
Yeah,
be like your little logo or something that you have, and you could easily put it into your videos because whatever software you're using to make your videos with, go for it. Me, I can't be bothered.
yeah. I
Okay,
had so
so
many I had so many videos being stole. I had to start watermarking it. But like you said, there's so many tools to remove it. So I'm wondering if that's really helping.
yeah, it all depends. It just all depends upon how lazy or how informed the person who's stealing the videos is. And so Michelle has put into the chat the um this is from the Public Oink Facebook group. Marshall. Well, it's not public anymore, but Michelle, it's okay. It was public when it was posted. I've successfully set up Tiny Task to automate fetch today's sales. Here's how I did it. Download Tiny Task, which is https slash slash colon slash slash tiny task TinyTask.net. And then she's got more instructions there, but you got to be here in order to see all these instructions because there's a lot. Okay. So this is the advantage of coming to the live. And I apologize if you can't come because you work or I don't know. Just message me and I'll get it to you somehow. Okay. All right. Sorry, was mad. Thousands of texts. Just copy and paste, follow this. Thank you, Michelle. Really, really appreciate it. And I know Antoine is going to be able to take advantage of it because he has that volume of content. So great, great, great. Sandy says, "Oh my, that's awesome. Thanks so much for sharing." Okay. Oh, I have a question for those who put, okay. We already talked about that, about um, putting your logo on your images. And Andrew even says, no, he doesn't. Only one that has my logo is my YouTube because of the subscribe watermark button. Yeah, I think they're getting away with doing away with that. I'm not sure. I did image with Canva. I did an image with Canva. Yeah, I mean, Nick, if you want to do it, go for it. Michael said that is true, Eileen. Yes. Yeah, they find a way. You know, they zoom in and crop your name off of it. Then it looks dumb if you actually put the watermark all across the screen. And it's like, they're not going to steal every video. I hope. This is what the beauty of YouTube. Here's the beauty of YouTube. Because Amazon may or may not catch it. It all depends. Most of the time, it had to be flagged by someone in order for them to take any kind of action. But YouTube is going to catch it, watermark or no watermark, and they will give you a notification that someone has uploaded your video. Okay? They will catch it, believe me. I had a couple false positives where, something was intentionally given to someone for them to upload. And it was like, no, I'm not filing a copyright because it's okay. I told them they could have it. But at the time, I wasn't even thinking, oh, that's going to get flagged. Yes. And it got flagged. It came to me as this someone stole your content. And it was like, no, it's okay. So I think YouTube alerts you if someone using your content. Absolutely, Nicole. They do. They do. They do. They do. Only if you reach 1K subscribers do they let you know. Until you reach 1K, it will stay hidden. And once you get to 1K, it will show you. Oh, is that how it works, Andrew? I don't remember that part. Probably because I've been around YouTube so long that it was before they had this whole 1K thing, because 1K wasn't a thing when I started. Facebook does too. And Facebook is better than Amazon. That's probably one of the few times that Facebook is better than Amazon. No, I'm just kidding. Facebook is different from Amazon. So, yeah. I've had so many of my videos on YouTube stolen and reposted on other channels. Annoying. Yeah, it is. Some people are lazy, but not you. Not each and every one of you. None of you are all lazy. You're all trying to put your best foot forward and do the right thing and make the content. You're not trying to steal someone else's content. You're not trying to get over on brands. You're not trying to skirt the system. You're trying to be more efficient and more productive. And that is why we love you. Ethical group of creators that we just love, that we can take advantage of the creator economy, Amazon included. And so with that, you guys, believe it or not, that hour went by rather quickly. And I do want to say, I want each and every one of y'all to enjoy your holiday. And even if you don't celebrate, try to spend some time with friends and family in the upcoming week. And yeah, be well. Anybody have anything else they want to say? No? Ehud, thank you. And Emmy's not here today, but thank you, Emmy, because we think of you even
I do
though
want
you're
to
not
say
here.
just amazing session as always. So you're rocking and you're amazing and thank you so much and so much data and information and I think that everybody just loves it.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. With that said, you guys, happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Thanksgiving. Bye bye.